Good morning, folks, Pocats, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of Happenings, the only host, as I kept saying last season in the history of the internet, who fully and wholeheartedly admits that he has no idea what he's talking about, but he keeps trying. I recorded after 2, after 4, and now after 5, and all of those have been losses. I'm not even going to go to the different reasons why they have been losses. Yesterday, I actually saw something that I wasn't expecting to see, which was Bam and Ware. And a lot of people think this is what the front court should look like. I disagree completely and entirely. I think that Jovic, as Raf said, and that we are fully in agreement, it helps with the fluidity and the pace that they want to adopt, that they have been wanting to adopt for the past couple of seasons. What I don't see is many threes taken just for the sake of taking a three. I see smarter plays on that. I think it's a coaching evolution from past season. Also expecting Butler at the time to perhaps carry the load a little bit with the threes, but I don't want to go back to that. The most important part is that it's a completely new team. We have new assets, and the young ones are fighting for a two-way spot. However, Eric Reed was not wrong. It did look more like what a regular season would look like on the floor. I still think that we are. I mean, I don't know that Drew Smith is going to be the starting point guard, right? I mean, theoretically, we can have both guards and a forward being Normal Powell, Wiggins, and Drew Smith, and then Jovic and Bam. But I don't know that Drew Smith is going to be the starting point guard. I don't think that hurt us. I don't think that's the main issue. I think that we do have a lot of preseason jitters, and that's not going to be that different in the first couple of days. But at least you get a lot of those mistakes out of the way, and you kind of start working with what you have, and dismissing what doesn't work. At least that's what we would like to think. We know that Spo is stubborn, and he persists, and he might persist, like I said, for a bunch of games with the same type of lineup. We are going to be concerned as fans, as realistic fans. And I include myself in those, as opposed to saying I am going to be concerned, because I know I'm not the only one. I'm only going to be concerned if we carry this type of behavior through the season, because this type of behavior shows a decadence either in the first quarter, second quarter, third, or fourth quarter. But what it really does show is that we have a capacity of being in a very good position with not much on the clock. Fouls and turnovers being committed exactly the time that you need clutch performances, blowing up leads, turning the ball over, not as much, but turning the ball over at the very wrong moments. That's one of the issues that we've been having, right? Blowing up leads, playing poorly, especially in the third quarter, third and fourth, but most in the third quarter, statistically speaking. I'm not just saying, oh, this is a curse of the third. No, this is actually a statistic. There are statistics, a statistical fact. There are statistics that prove that Miami Heat has underplayed in the third quarter consistently over the past few seasons. But that was not it. I think that in the beginning we had a team that was kind of it, right, with Ware and Bam, with Drew again as a point, and with Jaquez as a forward. With Jaquez, I don't know why I say Jaquez. With Jaquez as a forward. And I don't think that that's the team that's going to take us to the season. So I don't think it's fair to say that we lost to the fourth or second string, third string players from the Orlando Magic. Because again, no pull-up on Carroll, no Desmond Bain, no Suggs. So a couple of people out for the team, only Franz Wagner. Of course, some players that already played well against us the first game when Franz Wagner was unavailable. I don't feel bad about losses in the preseason. To be frank, after a certain period, I lose interest in the game as a fan. But of course, once we go to overtime, you want to get that. And when they throw this kind of ice bucket over our heads, as they did yesterday, it doesn't get any easier, you know? But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue watching it because, again, I do see things working out well. I do think Ware plays very well. And if we don't have Bam and if we have to count on Ware, it might not be as consistent, but I think there's talent there, and I think that he can do good work. I like how Achua came back. I don't think that he completely understands how he integrates in the team, but I like how he came back. I think Jaquez is doing justice in general. I think Larson is doing justice in general, save for a couple of points, but I still think that he's doing a good job. I don't think the team in general is coalesced, is gelled, let's just say, or is gelling as they should be gelling because of new pieces, because of old pieces being integrated in a new way, because what was Duncan Robinson right now is, for example, Fontecchio, who is a good defender. I mean, a decent defender. Whereas Duncan Robinson learned to play some defense, right? Not to slander him because we obviously miss him. But like I said, to me, the most important thing is that we're seeing the Heat play. We're seeing those adjustments. I don't like Keshad Johnson, but maybe he surprises me over the season because right now it doesn't count. But I do like the other players that we have on the floor. In general, I don't know that this team understands the concept of winning or doesn't think. I don't think that this team cares about winning right now, but there are limits. It's like yesterday. It's not that they lost on purpose, obviously, but those were just two stupid mistakes. Two major turnovers in the last minute that cost us the game. So that's pretty much what I have to say. We have one more game. I know we have an open scrimmage, but that doesn't count for anyone who's not in Miami and is not going to actually see the scrimmage, which again is just for show. But we do have one game back in Kaseya Center against the Memphis, and then next Wednesday, season opener against the Magic. 3 games in a month, and that's just one of 4 games I'm going to play against the Magic throughout the season. So wow. We should know the Magic well. We should start splitting the games. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.